Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review and recap of Chasing Dallas Season 4, Episode number 2. As you see, the Petty Mike is here, and I am ready to jump into the foolishness for this week's episode. Ignore my surroundings. I'm still in transition, as I still have a hole in my ceiling. That's a video for another day. And you can see I'm naked faced it. So you're just gonna take me in my own natural. So let's jump into the foolishness and see what we got going on, shall we? Oh, like, comment, and subscribe on the thing. Y'all know what to do. Let's get into it. Now, Robert, I was on your side until we had this conversation. So, he and Dior have a conversation. Robert was in his feelings and really hurt because Dior didn't come to his toy drive. You didn't actually invite him. You just expected him to see your social media and show up for you. If his presence and participation meant that much to you about this toy drive because it was new for you and he's family, why weren't y'all talking? Why would he have to find out through social media? Why didn't you text him the flyer and say, I'm looking forward to seeing you at my toy drive? Like, what? Now, they done made up because Robert Ray decided, because he didn't come to the toy drive, which he wasn't actually invited to personally, and didn't find out till the day of, and he was working and couldn't come. And so Robert decided in his infinite wisdom not to go to this child's birthday party because he was upset because he didn't come to the toy drive. Even though you didn't make your friend aware of the toy drive personally to ensure that he came. What? So I'm supposed, what? Child, this is petty foolishness, and I'm glad it's over. They done made up. Apparently they good for now. This was dumb. I'm sorry. Listen, Robert Ray, I love you. Listen, I'm down 50 grand for your friend. This wasn't it. This wasn't it. What? I was really in my feelings for you. Oh, and to come to find out, you didn't do your due diligence, and that's why. I'm done. All right. So Robert Ray and Dior are good now. So we go back to visit a couple of other conversations. Tiddly, deadly. I call that baby Tiddly. I like it. Tiddly and the fashion blog man, I don't remember his name. It's DeAndre. It's DeAndre. No, or is that Oliver's friend? I think his name is DeAndre. The fashion blogger man. So he talking to Tiddly about Joan Jett and talk about he talked to me. He said he looked at my Instagram and he don't really see no fashion, the fashion blog and blah blah whatever. And he's like, why would I listen to him about my business when you wearing pink and green? What? Why you got an art against pink and green? I know plenty of beautiful pretty ladies that wear pink and green. So pink and green is a perfectly valid color combination. I don't understand what that's about. And then he said, well, maybe I'll take him out to try and figure out his brand, or maybe Trey Howard can style him for his video shoots or whatever. So you're just being rude and petty at this point. And then we jump to Oliver and Robert Ray, and Robert Ray is helping Oliver fix his plate date because they fine now. They want this kind of cute little almost date situation. You fixing your boob's plate. I like it. So that's how that section ended, and we're just gonna move on. So we go to Atlanta, where our favorite George has moved to. He wants to get into the entertainment field full time, so he felt like it would be in his best interest to move to Atlanta, where the players play. Now, he's talking to his friends. Now he's going back to Dallas to host a red carpet for his friend's birthday. There's a red carpet, and his friend has asked him to host. So He's going to be back and forth between Dallas and Atlanta for now. Child, did he talk about he got to figure out the dating scene in Atlanta, because he been on 5 dates and he ain't seen none of the people a second time. And he gets a phone call, and he goes from, and I do this, I've been told I do this as well. It's the code switch for me, because depending on when my phone is ringing and if it's somebody I know or not, I almost dropped this. My voice will change. So you can get telephone, white ebony, as my mother calls her. Hello, how are you? And then, if it's daddy on the phone, hello, how are you? It just depends on who's calling. But this is cute. We miss George. We're glad he's here. He's here for a good time, not a long time. And I'm okay with that. My question is he going to be on Chasing Atlanta next season, since he's officially moved to Atlanta? Inquiring minds want to know, could you imagine George and Oliver all the time together? Ooh, child. Shenanigans and foolishness. Before I even get into what Tita Lee and his boyfriend Malcolm got going on, because they at the house, because he's at Malcolm's house. Malcolm, does your welcome back said home is where Ho and me come together? Tickled. I'm tickled. I don't even know what's gonna happen. I just stopped right there after y'all poured the wine, because the welcome sign took me out. Jesus. Not when Ho and me come together. Okay, so apparently Teddy and George were friends, and apparently the friendship is falling apart, or is in disrepair. He's going to speak to him at Mike's, that the party that they both friends of, to try and see if they can resolve their issue. I feel like y'all should invite each other out to go to drinks and not show your ass at this boy's birthday party. But I digress, because that's none of my business. So Oliver and DeAndre, and I found out the little fashion blogger boy's name is Sean. Jesus Christ. So DeAndre and Oliver are going to look at venues, and there's this cricket the size of my microphone that's hopping around, and I too, like Oliver said, would I have to leave, because he clearly pays rent here. There's no need for us to be here. Why are we here disturbing this man's home? What is happening here? Why would we be doing that? You see what I'm saying? But they look at the venues. So they standing outside. Then Trey Howard shows up because he was invited, and they have a little conversation. Cute. Now, here's the thing about DeAndre. DeAndre is shading everyone. He's shading everyone. Sir, we don't know you. You don't really know these people. No, honey. No. And then I think you're the one who gets into the altercation later in the season, or whenever that interaction happens. And now I understand, because if you're talking about these people like this in their face, then I understand why somebody wanted to knock your block off. Because who are you? Who are you, sir? Who are you, and where did you come from? Who asked you for any of this? Child, I wish. So they're going to have a little get together for DeAndre's birthday. As a fellow Scorpio, I would just... he an October Scorpio like my sister. So them ones, they look shaky. But I digress. They're going to have a little party, play some games. Oliver will be back in town for the baby's birthday. We're going to see how that goes. Because if DeAndre, it's going to be a shady, hot-ass mess. Because he talked about Keyshawn. He talked about Joan Jett. He talked about Tedley. He talked about Sean. He talked about everybody, pretty much. and didn't have a good thing to say about anybody. So I don't know how. And then he met. Oh, child, let's get into this Kesey bullshit. Hold on. So apparently he was flirting with Kesey because Kesey is adorable, but Kesey and Dior are currently talking, but it's nothing established yet. They're not in a relationship. So, when Kesey mentioned it to Dior was like, "I see you got fans." He was like, "Yeah, I guess." Da 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 da. And now DeAndre took that to heart, like somebody was trying to shade him. You took your shot; it didn't work. We move on, honey. It's not. This is why I got this look. This Tiny Mike review is dedicated to DeAndre because the shade and the pettiness is just astronomical in that young man for no good reason at all. But I digress. We're going to keep moving. This was my face, the whole interaction between Joan Jett and Keyshawn. Wait, what? Because when Keyshawn approached, okay, so Trey having a little meet and greet. Let's meet for some sushi, have a good time. So it's Teddy Lee, Joan Jett, this beautiful child named Winter, and Keyshawn. So, they're trying to figure out what's going on between Joan Jett and Keyshawn and Joan Jett said he went on Instagram and they fashion is all over the place. And they were just trying to figure out the fashions. Keyshawn is like, you said you're supposed to be a rapper, but you can't freestyle because I don't know why, and your fashions are horrible as well. So there's that. And so I did some research too, and I went to your Instagram. Now they trade insult for insult. Keyshawn brought up, he's like, here's my issue, because Keyshawn, when he approached, said, I came with a gift as a peace offering to try and get us back onto the right thing. I was like, oh, that is so sweet. He wants to mend it. He don't want to be catty back and forth, but then proceeded to try and cuss this child out and then give him a subject book, notebook, and some, pen. So he's like, because texting and driving is illegal. I don't want you to go to jail because you're trying to put your raps in your phone. So here, you write it down and you can save it and keep it, and it's there for you to have it anytime. You're so rude. But Joan Jett was giving it back just as much, but he was like, I never insulted you, so I don't understand why you're insulting me. And it's just a lot of back and forth, and I personally enjoyed it. No, y'all know me. I don't be the let me shade a stranger that I don't know because it's fun shade. I don't believe you don't have fun shade with people you don't know. But these two bitches who see each other and they don't like what they see, so their relationship right now is, I'm just gonna shade the fuck out this bitch every time I see them because it's giving potato sack, it's giving Walking Dead, it's giving pink puff pastry. Bitch, who you talking to? It gave me life. I personally was tickled by this. I was, because it didn't feel malicious, like it's gonna turn into like a physical altercation. It gave like, oh, we just gonna shake the fuck out of each other back and forth until we get tired, and I'll be like, okay, bitch, you got me, and then we be done having some drinks at Kiki. That's what this felt like to me, and she, her, very here for it. And also, I would like to say honorable mention to Winter, because that was truly my face during the whole altercation. Because Winter was like this with her drink. This is what we're doing. Okay. I believe she already had her exit strategy. Okay, yeah, it's solidified. I don't like DeAndre. I don't like him at all. So first, he shows up and he's giving out the invites for the color party, which I think is going to be his little birthday thing. Everybody dresses as a color. They bring all drinks, snacks, liquor, that color. So he gave Teddy sequins because he was upset because of the the freestyle rap that he did, and he felt like he was throwing shade at him for some I don't know. And then he made a comment about if he had come at him with that injury, he would have slapped him. And Ted Lee was like, "I don't fight, I sue," and he was like, "I don't fight, I shoot." Nigga, what? Okay, all right. And now he's talking about he's not inviting. What's the baby's name? He's not inviting Kesey to the party. Talk about he's on timeout because of that situation, because he calling me a fan and blah blah blah. You liked it. You shot a shot. He turned it down. And he was like, well, just so you know that him and Dior are now a thing because they kissed and now they're a thing. And but Kesey said he wasn't coming to the party no way, so it didn't even make no never mind. But I don't. He's talking about, oh, he could go sit his ass down and think about what he did. What? You're doing entirely too much, sir. Entirely too much. Okay, so we get to the studio with the little baby. Okay, Astro. And Astro invited Kiki to come and do some ad libs and stuff on this. He's working on a mixtape or EP. I'm not sure which. Both could be. I don't know. But the baby is talented. I don't care what nobody say. He talented. And they talking about the color party and DeAndre being messy. I'm glad everybody else can see the messiness. So, oops, I didn't mean to drop that. So, they are having a conversation about what they're bringing and what color that they are. And Astro is black, and he said he gonna bring a black anal plug because he on demon time. I said, not the baby being nasty, Jesus. But okay, fine, I'm here for it. Every so often, you know, I be on demon time myself, so I'm not mad at it. But so they get in the booth and they do these ad libs, and I want to hear the finished product because what they showed us, I don't think shows the full potential and how hyped Astro was at the end for the ad lib. So I don't like the way that was edited because the ad libs that they showed that she did do just seemed like real plain and basic, and I feel like she fucked it up for real. So I want to see what it the finished product sounds like, because I feel like she could really, you know, fuck it up. So there's that, and now we on to Lon D. We got 16 minutes with Lon D. Let's see what our boo thing is doing, because we know Lon D from Lovers and Friends as the host. So let's see what happens. So Ted Lee and Lon is telling Lon D about the colors party and the situation with DeAndre and him shading him for no reason, and then saying that he felt like he was going to have to slap him in the face. And Lon D was like, he ain't going to slap you? Not when I'm... Okay, bet. So Lon D is on guard, and he also invited him, Ted Lee, to a couples event, a couples fun day Sunday situation. So that seems like it's gonna be real cute, and we gonna see what it is. Now we at Mike's birthday party. George is in this red sequence tuxedo, Jesus. And there's 10 minutes left on the clock. Also, shout out to I Like Media for season 2 of The Heights. I can't wait for that to start, because I can't wait to review it, because, you know, those are my favorite babies. And that baby still got them crochet wigs on, even though we've all told him they're horrible. But okay, fine. Let's jump into Mike's birthday party with George. Is it just me, or did that altercation between George and Ted Lee seem not about George and Ted Lee? It seemed like there's something else going on, that they're talking around it, but nobody's actually saying what the actual issue is. And I think it has something to do with the man that Ted Lee is divorcing, and maybe George was really his friend. Because what difference does it make if he's posting different guys on his social media. Like it doesn't, something's not connecting. And I feel like it has to do with the man that Tedley was married to. And they talking around the situation and not actually pinpointing what the actual issue is. It could just be just me. Maybe I'm drawing conclusions that's not there, but that's what and to further my point, why I think that's what it is because they kept bleeping out. Because that person won't want nothing to do with none of this shit. So they bleeped out his name. So we wouldn't know who he's talking about. This was a cute little altercation, though. It was a cute little altercation. Even though Ted left and came back, and George was like, I know you're new to this rodeo, beloved. Oh, God. Beloved, this ain't what you want. They're going to eat you up. They already eating the baby up by his eyebrows and the fibers that he uses. It's not Beijing, it's fibers. I'm gonna look that up as a makeup girly because I'm not exactly sure what he means when he says fibers, but I think I have an idea, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, that was a lot. I clearly feel like this season is going to give what it needs to be give because the altercations are already popping up in episode 2. And, I've been here for all of the altercations. But don't go by me because I choose violence all the time. But that's how the episode ended. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this last altercation. And we going to see what's going on. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.